Well, we just got back from northern Saskatchewan on an incredible bear hunt up at Reindeer Lake Trout Camp. It was a successful hunt, and just recently found out that I drew a very tough tag in New Mexico, Unit 16A. Going to be heading back there to hunt again with Beaverhead Outfitters, and today we're going to show you the incredible hunt that we had last year in New Mexico with Beaverhead Outfitters.
The Wicked Tine team was packed up and ready to start their 24-hour quest first thing in the morning.
A big part of the hunts is just the travel, you know, putting 4 or 5 guys in a truck and the whole experience, stopping and eating at different restaurants and just making fun of each other, and just the whole part of getting there is just as enjoyable as the hunt itself.
Loaded up and trucking, we gonna do what they say can't be done. We got a long way to go, and there's no time to get there. I'm eastbound, but come and run.
It's kind of like Porky's. Oh my God, they showed boobies. Everybody had to go see it.
Yeah, that was. I remember getting to see the movie Porky's. It was back when you go rent the VHS. And
yep. I mean, that was the talk in school. Oh my God, did you see Porky's?
Oklahoma state line. That's all they have. Did you get it? Ah! Get him going. Ah! Full cup of hot coffee in his mouth.
Pterodactyl.
Here we are going into Texas, next stop, New Mexico, going into Sherman County. Had to stop and check it out. We should be in New Mexico within the next hour.
The scenery started to change as they hit New Mexico. The flat prairies started transitioning into mountains that just kept getting bigger as they drove on. They made one last stop for the day and planned to hit elk country by morning.
My luck has not been very good in New Mexico over the last several years, and it certainly hasn't been because of the guides. I've had my opportunities, just seemed like everything that could happen has happened to me in the past.
The Wicked Tine crew finally arrived to Beaverhead Outfitters.
It's always great getting back into camp and seeing everybody. It's been a year since I've been out here. We got in, chatted with everybody, and then we went out and we shot our bows. We wanted to make sure that we were still on. We were ready to get back up in the mountains. .2. Take a step, be at 40.
Sherman dialed in his bow. He's zeroed in, and shooting like he is. The elk better stay out of his killing zone.
Oh my God.
Civilization's behind them now, as they say goodbye to the comforts of base camp and head into rugged elk country.
We're getting packed up. We're as far as we can get in on a truck. We're gonna pack up the horses with all our equipment, and we're gonna be walking in several miles, but you can smell the elk in the air. We're finally here. The game is on.
The crew arrived to Spike Camp and are ready to see what tomorrow's adventures will bring.
You know, the night before the hunt, it's hard to sleep. You're pumped up, you're excited about it. Just the anticipation. I mean, that's what you're there for, and it's so close to happening. You've been waiting for months for the next day to come, and nobody slept much that night, I can tell you that.
Sleeping on top of the world won't be a bad way to end the night. It's now day one in New Mexico. Sherman was pretty anxious to hit it hard that day. They focused their efforts in the deep woods, with nothing to show. They decided to hop out of the timber to glass for massive bull antlers. They were surprised to see these bulls were staying out in the wide open prairies. The next morning, they set out into the open prairies, where they had seen the elk the night before. Man, did that plan pay off.
We got a group coming across the top here. It looks like they may come in towards us. There's two different ridges. It just depends on what ridge they're gonna take. Got a couple good bulls still screaming. Okay, perfect. They're just milling around down in front. They haven't picked a way where they're going yet.
Stay tuned and see if this herd of elk will make a mistake. Sherman will have to make a decision quick if he wants to cut off this herd.
So we're all set up. This herd of elk is coming directly to us. I mean, I'm getting goosebumps just thinking about this. We've got a whole herd of cows within 30 yards of us, and I can all of a sudden feel the wind in the back of my neck. And I know the game's up. Absolute terrible wind. Why couldn't the bull been making a run of that back? Can't catch a break this morning, but I'm telling you, it's a lot of fun. There's 100 head of elk there, and several shooters. I knew my wind was wrong. I just checked the wind. It was blowing right at me. I can't believe we got them that close.
Sherman wasn't discouraged after this encounter. They decided to hit the mountain in search for another bull. They heard some bugles on the bottom of the first ravine when they were setting up.
We heard several bugles over the hill, so we went just over the crest and set up, and instantly we had bulls in 3 different directions bugling and cows walking directly up to us. And all of a sudden, this bull appears. He's staring right at me, and my heart is pounding out of my chest. So I think my shot is about to happen, and he catches wind or sees movement or something and takes off. The cameraman is like 10 yards behind me, and I'm not sure if he's got him on film or not. He slowed up and stopped. I knew it was now or never. I drew back, put the pin right behind the shoulder, squeezed the trigger, and instantly saw my arrow fly right over his back.
Oh no, I'm plenty fine making that shot. It's just like I just want something so easy that just.
If you're fast, you might grab your arrow and run up that.
I'm done today, man. I'm done today.
It's day 2. Of course I was upset that I missed this shot. I've been shooting all summer long, out to 100 plus yards, so this shot should have been a slam dunk. I know we've got several more days and there's a lot better bulls out here. So we've been out all day long and we've been seeing numerous bulls, but we just can't close the distance. For some reason, the elk are out in the wide open, and for an archery hunter, that's not a good thing. It's getting later in the afternoon. We decide, hey, we're just going to start hunting our way back to camp. We're several miles away. We're just going to see what we can find on the way back. We crest the top of one of the hills. Bam, there he is. Here is probably the biggest bull I've ever seen in my life. Has no clue that we're anywhere near him. There's one pine tree that if we can get to there, we're going to be within shooting distance. We make it down to the pine tree. I range him. He's at 65 yards, definitely within my comfort zone. He lets out a huge bugle. I have no idea how I'm going to keep my composure, but this is the shot that I've been waiting for my whole life. So I come to full draw behind the pine tree, let the cameraman step out in front of me, take one step out, put the pin on him, and squeeze the trigger. I'm watching the arrow in slow motion go towards him, and I see him drop about a foot or a foot and a half. I lose it. All the emotions have come together. I had the absolute perfect opportunity, and I didn't make it happen. It's part of hunting. It's the part that I love and hate. It's the part that makes you work harder and shoot more, but it's the part that you wake up in the middle of the night thinking about. I will never forget that shot for the rest of my life.
As Sherman watched this huge bull walk out of his life, he knew his time in New Mexico was over. He had plenty of opportunities to get the job done. All the puzzle pieces were in place. He will be back to Beaverhead Outfitters again next year. These giant bulls won't be so lucky next time.
Well, we didn't come home with an elk, but it was a hunt of a lifetime. It was an incredible hunt. I had 2 opportunities, and one had an absolute giant. But that's behind us. This year we're heading back, out there again, and we're on a mission this year. We're coming home with something. Tune in next week when we're going to be bear hunting in 2 different countries. This one is especially for you whitetail hunters. We've got a lot to show you on this next hunt.